Hello everyone and welcome back guys to more F1 2019, where today we're here for the Italian Grand Prix last question mark challenge, as you guys can probably all tell by the title. And with it being the Italian Grand Prix, let's be fair, you can't do a last to first challenge around this circuit without obviously picking the Scuderia Ferrari team. I had a bit of a debate whether it would be Sebastian Vettel, trying to get his first win in over a year, or whether we would go with the young upstart Charles Leclerc. And after that win last time out at the Belgian Grand Prix, it had to be Leclerc ready for this one. But yeah, hopefully you guys do go on to enjoy this video. I've put a little bit more, just a few different subtle things in for the edit today. So let me know down in the comments as well what you guys think about that. I've actually added the replay camera to the top right hand side of the screen. So obviously you'll see that when we jump into this nonetheless. But yeah, just, sort of little changes like that. Let me know whether you guys, whether you like that, whether it sort of takes away from the video, whether it adds to it, everything like that. I want to try and a few more little things with these, sort of side videos, not like career mode and stuff like that. Talking of career mode, I am hoping to be jumping back into that either tomorrow, more likely Sunday though, at the end of the day there. We've got plenty of stuff going on the channel at the moment. But yeah, moving on though into this Italian Grand Prix, obviously really excited for this one, the Festival of Speed, the home of speed even, sorry, I should say, as well. And going into the weekend, I think this place should obviously suit Ferrari. I'll be surprised if you don't see at least the Ferraris on pole. Whether Mercedes are able to, close up in the race is a bit of a different question. Obviously, we've seen the Mercedes recently being able to stick in, behind the cars in front a little bit longer than their rivals generally. Obviously, Ferrari seem to be the ones that really struggle with it, but only time will tell as obviously we head into the Grand Prix this weekend. Hamilton, though, for this race is on pole ahead of Bottas, Vettel, Verstappen, Gasly, Sergio Perez, Lance Stroll, Raikkonen, Magnussen, and Daniel Ricciardo rounds out the top 10. And with Hulkenberg, Romain Grosjean, Sainz, and Norris, then we've got Albon and Kvyat, Giovinazzi, Russell, Kubica, and then obviously ourselves driving as Charles Leclerc round out the order, ready for this Grand Prix. Obviously 13 laps ahead of us, 25% race. It's very much sort of a sprint style, just zero to hero kind of thing, road to glory style, a very quick style format here today. And in terms of strategy, it should be a fairly simple one-stop. Obviously with this track mainly being straight, you certainly don't wear through your tyres as much as you'd probably expect. So we're actually going to be going on for the mediums to kick off this one. A bit of a shorter first stint though. I think I've set it to lap 5. I'm actually going to go to lap 6 in this Grand Prix on that set of the medium compound tyres. Then the aim will just try and be, much quicker in the second half of this Grand Prix. But here we are then on the grid, ready for the Italian Grand Prix. The 5 lights are coming on then. It's the last of first challenge and it is a lights out. And away we go. They're obviously starting on those medium compound tyres. Don't quite get off to the best getaway as we make the long run down in towards turn 1, obviously. But front wing, trying to keep that intact is the most important thing. They actually get up the inside of both of the Williams cars as we head in towards the first corner there. Obviously, everyone Constantine are up so much through that first corner. Unfortunately, we get hung out to dry and made up no places through those first couple of corners there. You can't really obviously go for the dive bombs like we would have seen on the previous F1 game, so can't do last a P13 in towards turn 1 unless you fancy losing your front wing there. But we do get up the inside of Robert Kubica as we head down in towards the next couple of corners there. Maybe George Russell as well. No, he slams the door shut on the exit of the second chicane there. And yeah, we do hold on then to P19 off the start of this Grand Prix, but obviously the Williams so slow in the early stages of this race here. We need to try and get past Russell as quickly as possible, because you can already see just up the road there Giovinazzi in the Alfa Romeo start to pretty much instantly make a little bit of a breakaway here, and we are on the slipstream now of George Russell as we head down this back straightaway here, 210 miles an hour as we head in towards the next couple of corners there. Russell tries to hang it around the outside, but we do slam the door shut, and we now move ourselves up into P18 now off the start of this Grand Prix. But as we head now down in towards the final couple of corners of lap 1 though, you can obviously see everyone in front of us still. The AI have a really big tendency to do this around this Italian Grand Prix circuit. They like to bunch up. We get, a fair bit of NASCAR style racing around this circuit, 2x2 though. Hamilton, you can see on the end of lap 1, does lead the way there. Fantastic getaway for him in this Grand Prix. Not so much for myself, we would like to get a full last to first. Whether that's going to be possible, only time will tell there as we break down in towards turn 1 there. Giovinazzi trying to keep the nose around the outside there. He does keep the nose up the inside through the second part there, but obviously get the straighter run on the exit there. We can get the car straightened out and onto the power much earlier than the Sauber Alfa Romeo car on the inside there. And now you can see we've got Albon, Norris and Kvyat going, well, too wide there with Kvyat just waiting in the wings, potentially trying to line up a move on the exit of the corner there, and just so slow through the next chicane there. Della Roche, I think chicane is it? I can't, obviously my Italian accent isn't the best in the world there as we head now through the first and second Lesmo there, and you can see by the end of lap 2 here we are still all over the back of Danny Kvyat now onto lap 3 of this Grand Prix we go here, and the DRS knob has obviously been enabled as well, but we won't need that as we head down in towards turn 1 here. This Ferrari obviously an absolute missile down the straights there, but a little bit early on the brakes there, just obviously on these medium compound tyres. Actually slammed the door shut with Danny Kvyat still with his foot in the door there. I'm sure he won't have appreciated that one all too much, but yeah, wouldn't be long before we were then all over the back of his teammate Alexander Albon, as well as obviously Romain Grosjean, who is not my teammate in this race, but more often than not on F1 2019 there. As we head through the final couple of corners, Albon just slams the door shut there, and you can see going through on the replay cameras there, right over that camera on the exit of the final corner there. But going down towards turn 1 there, we're going to try and squeeze Albon behind Romain Grosjean there. Grosjean tries to play defensive from us there, almost onto the grass as we head down in towards turn 1 there, where we do all just about come down in one piece there. No changes made in that one as well. Everyone held on to where they began in that small situation there, so we're not too happy with that one, and now we're going to try and look right around the outside of Alexander Albon as we head through Curva Grande here, down in towards the second chicane once again here. Pretty even on the brakes once again, trying to tap the curbs there, and yeah, Albon does luckily bail out of that one, so we will certainly take that. And you can see by the end, I think this is now the end of lap 4 here. We are now all over the back of Grosjean once again here, potentially a move on Lando Norris as well. The McLaren so slow down this front straight over there. Grosjean's going to be able to get past him, and we're going to be able to get past Grosjean as well. They're breaking down nice and tidily in towards turn 1 there. Try to slam the door shut from the Haas car there, and yeah, we now move ourselves back up into P13 of this Grand Prix there. So really happy, you know, so far progress has been slow but steady, and yeah, we've certainly got a long way to go in this Grand Prix nonetheless. They're skipping on one lap later. You can see trying to close up the rear of Nico Hulkenberg as we head through the Ascari chicane once again here, all over the back now of the Renault car, and you can see there's a huge cluster of cars as we head down in towards the final couple of corners of lap 5 here. Magnussen, Raikkonen, Sainz, Stroll and Hulkenberg. We're going to be, well, not quite 6 wide there, but it's a 6-car train as we head through the final couple of corners there, and Stroll, he's going to be able to get the drive out of the final corner there, and that's going to be 1, 2 and 3, perhaps even the 4th car as well, though. We do get up the inside of Lance Stroll, and what a run that was from both myself and Lance Stroll, though. We, you know, noticed he was going to get the good drive out of the final corner there, and yeah, we managed to hold on firm with the racing point there, tried to take advantage of all the slipstream, and that's what 5 places made up in the space of 3 corners there, so we will certainly take that one as we head on to lap 6 of this Grand Prix. Now all we've got left in front of us are obviously both Mercedes, both Red Bulls, my teammate Sebastian Vettel, and obviously Kimi Räikkönen, I think, as well as one Sergio Perez likes to mix it up with the big boys around this Italian Grand Prix circuit. Is now heading on towards the end of lap 6 here. Like I said, this would be our first and should be only pit stop of this Grand Prix there as we head through the final couple of corners. Make sure we brake nice and tidily in towards the pit lane. It's certainly a pit lane that can catch at least me personally out very often here on F1 2019. I tend to be a little bit optimistic, I'll be honest with you guys, obviously on the brakes there, but a nice 2.5 second pit stop, fairly textbook on F1 2019 here. And you can see, have a look on the mini-map, we are going to drop back down to the rear of the field here, but we have got a lot of clean air here. No one else opted to make the pit stop just yet, so quite surprised, to be honest, that on these mediums we didn't make it as far as a lot of drivers have managed to on the soft. So perhaps that's something we need to watch out for in the second half of this Grand Prix. But yeah, we are going to be obviously back out onto the track there with a lot of clear air. Should mean that we can try and at least try and set up the timing screens alight as we head out through the final couple of corners of lap 6. We are going to obviously make up some places. You can see purple in the 3rd sector as well here, and now we move back up into P16 of this Grand Prix, but more importantly, Max Verstappen there just in front of us, so we have certainly made quite a big undercut in just the 1 lap here. We've managed to jump Daniel Ricciardo as well here, now all over the back of Max Verstappen in the Red Bull. Obviously not a track that particularly suits Red Bull there, but still now able to get past him. That should now mean we are now nestled up inside the top 6 of this Grand Prix here. We've got Sebastian Vettel just 3.8 seconds up the road as well, so hopefully we can try and take out some time from our Ferrari teammate as well over the next couple of laps. But we've still got a lot more places to make up through the pit stop window as well here as we head down in towards the second part of the Lesmos here, really just trying to get the run and keeping the car nice, clean and tidy, and trying to use absolutely everything we possibly can from this set of the soft compound tyres. They're running a bit wide as we head through the final couple of corners of the next lap here. And you can see everyone else now diving it down into the pit lane. We set the fastest lap of the Grand Prix on 1 minute 21.9 there. I think that was a good second clear of anyone else so far in this Grand Prix. And now, yeah, you can see we have jumped Pierre Gasly as well here. So we're certainly making good progress up in this Grand Prix. And I think actually we're ahead of Valtteri Bottas as well here. So I think we're up to an effective net P3 of this Grand Prix here. So I would certainly take that at the moment. Now onto the end of lap 8, you can see the final few drivers now making their pit stop in this Grand Prix. We once again set another fastest lap in this race there. And yeah, just confirmation we are now up into P3 of this Grand Prix there. So really this undercut has worked out massively so far in this second stint here. And now we are all over the back of my teammate Sebastian Vettel as well here as we head down through the first couple of corners of lap 8. We are trying to get closer and closer to my Ferrari teammate here. Just a few laps to go of this Grand Prix. We don't need to get the move done just yet, but I'd certainly like to get it done sooner rather than later here as we head through the next couple of corners. They're really trying to attack the curbs as much as possible here. Something the AI don't really do around this circuit. It's a bit of a risk, I'll be honest with you guys, a lot of the time. A little bit unrealistic, but you know, if you want to be quick, you've really got to try and go for it. Nonetheless, there's through the next couple of corners we go. DRS has been activated once again here. We're in the slipstream. We're using the rich revs, the overtake mode, everything like that. We're going to have a look up the inside in towards the Ascari chicane here. Side by side we go there with the fresher, I should even say, sorry, the quicker tyres in this Grand Prix. We do make the move work there. And we're going to up into P2 of this Grand Prix with just a handful of laps to go here. And Hamilton will come through the final couple of corners. Have a look what the gap is to the Mercedes man up in the lead of this race here. But yeah, still a few more laps to go. Can we potentially try and close it down this gap? We don't have much ERS to play with. We don't have much rich revs as well here. And yeah, the gap 5.3 seconds. And as we head on in towards the final couple of laps of this Grand Prix, yeah, unfortunately 5.3 seconds. And I think what was actually only going to be 3 laps in this race was going to be optimistic, to say the least there. But I mean, as we head through the final few corners of the last lap here of this Italian Grand Prix there, last a second, we can certainly take that one away. I'm sure Charles Leclerc, if that was, I'm sure he'd love to, you know, not start from the back, but I mean, if he could recover all the way up to second, 18 places made up in the Grand Prix this weekend, I'm sure he would probably take that one quite happily at the end of the day. But in towards the final couple of corners we go there. Lewis Hamilton is going to come through for the Italian Grand Prix victory there, further extend his championship lead over his teammate Valtteri Bottas there. But we come through right from the very back of the grid there. It's P2 at the end of the Italian Grand Prix there. Really happy with that result at the end of the day there. Lots of action. Certainly that 5-car overtake will be one that sticks with me for a little while here on F1 2019 as well there. But yeah, really happy with that result at the end of the day there. Like I said, Hamilton comes through for the race victory ahead of Charles Leclerc, myself, Sebastian Vettel there, and obviously, so double Ferrari podium. We can take that one at the end of the day as well there. Bottas comes through for P4 in the end ahead of, I'm guessing, obviously both Red Bulls, and then obviously the Racing Point of Sergio Perez as well there at the end of the day. But yeah, like I said, heading on into this video though, let me know what you guys think about sort of the added replay cameras, everything like that, whether it's something you guys want to see in the future a bit more, or whether it sort of takes away from the video. Let me know down in the comments below as well there. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching this video. Hope as well you all obviously enjoy the Italian Grand Prix this weekend. Make sure you do get yourself subscribed if you're new around here as well, and you do want to see more content from F1 2019. But yeah, that'll do us for this video, and I will hopefully see you guys next time for another video.